Hi, this is Dave with the Stock and Options Room in the ShadowTrader Live Trading Suite. And today I wanted to talk about, having an understanding of how much whatever you're trading can move. And a lot of charting packages don't go back that far on an intraday basis. So while this data is still available, I wanted to take a look at the S&P 500 index, and we're going to look at yesterday's chart to get an idea for how fast price can move within a certain time. I think that's really critical to understand for whatever you're trading. And this is the overall market, right? So, you definitely want to be understanding what the overall market can do. Even if you want to trade a higher beta stock, whatever you want to trade. So yesterday there was some news with the tariffs being suspended, and let's take a look at a 1-minute chart. And so what I want you to look at is up here if you're not used to looking at this. So this gives you the open, high, low, and close. That's what the OHLC stands for. So take a look up there. I want you to focus on the high and the low for this candle to give you an idea how much this can move. So basically this moved a massive amount, so close to 150 points in 1 minute. So if you were trading yesterday, you had to be watching this all the time, right? Or, really this moves so fast that, most people would not be able to move fast enough to respond to it. So in these kinds of markets, if you need to use something like a OCO order, which stands for one cancels other, conditional order to just get out, then that's probably the best thing to do. So even though this moved this much in a minute, it continued to move, right? So basically from a low of 49.48 up to 54.81. I mean, that's a massive amount of movement in just 6.5 hours. Actually less than that, but 6.5 hours being the maximum for a stock or ETF or index, in this case, the trading activity. So, just wanted to record this for probably like history's sake. I mean, it's a massive amount of movement in 1 minute. It's a massive amount of movement on an intraday basis. So, it's always helpful to understand how much something can move on an intraday basis. So, we took a look at the S&P, and let's take a look at an option from yesterday, just to give you an idea. Since the option's leveraged, it can move faster, right? So there are options that probably moved more than this, but for an example, if you weren't aware, you can chart the price of an option. You can get the option symbol and then paste it in here. So we're looking at yesterday's 51.25 call, and this would be right around the same time frame to give you an idea how much this option moved. So options are leveraged, right? So they're going to move faster than whatever the underlying is. This again is on a percentage basis. I mean, this is a massive amount of movement going from 161 to 769. So, also from the range of the day, just to give you an idea, I mean, it went from $3.50 to almost $7.70. So, if you weren't aware of how much the options can move, hopefully this is, eye-opening for you. Another way of looking at it, we can take a look at it just yesterday, even from, however you want to look at this, from the open to the close, from the high to the low, this is a massive amount of movement. So definitely be careful out there if you are, trading 0 DTE and any kind of intraday trading. You want to have a good awareness of how fast whatever you're trading can move within multiple time frames. So whether that's a minute, 5 minutes, we are trading in, massive volatility, and I'm not referring to the VIX. I'm looking at price volatility here, because if you're trading intraday, it's really the price volatility that matters. One thing I want to mention as well is an update to my prior video, is that the index option fee for the S&P 500 index, if you're trading it, you might be better off trading SPY at this point, really. It doesn't have an index option fee, and you're just taking less risk trading SPY. So in these volatile times, you might be better off trading SPY. But just to use an example here, actually I'll maybe go back to taking a look at I want to get a cheaper option on here, so give me 1 sec, and I will add some strikes so that we can, this should do it. Okay. Alright. So they actually lowered the index option fee, is basically what I'm trying to get at. So I had a video before, it showed a higher fee, so let's just load this up. So if I'm going to buy this, then, your broker might be different, but in terms of where the cost to buy this is, the 45 cents is my commission with TOS, but the index option fee is lowered from where it was before. So I'm looking at 57 cents, and I believe that's for options over $3. It should be less for options $1 or less. All right, so that's what I've got for you today. Hopefully that was helpful. Definitely, be very aware of how much an underlying can move, and just be careful in this market. All right, so if you need some help, I'm glad to help you in the stock and options room, and hopefully I will catch you there. Take care.
Hi, this is Dave with the stock and options room of the ShadowTrader Live Trading Suite. If you want to trade 0 DTE options live and in real time with me, click the link in the description below. I wish you good trading, and I'll see you in the room.